All right, so we got the next superstar seems impossible. Now listen, this is a video from my guy Mike Corzen, but he's always on point, always on topic. We'd love to hear it. Also, like, comment, subscribe. At the time of this video, we were at 410. 500 is like, it's not miles away, but it's right there. It don't cost nothing to hit that subscribe button, like up the video, comment some shit. Let's go, boy. Let's start this shit.
Impossible for Reed Sheppard to do this. Throughout his life,
Oh,
many wrote him off due to his looks, but now in just one
we're talking about Reed
year,
Sheppard here?
Sheppard has risen from a 4-star recruit to the number 3 pick in the 2024 draft.
Okay.
His future comparisons are starting to get crazy. 50% of general managers just picked Reed Sheppard as their future 2025 Rookie of the Year, and after shooting over 50% from 3 in college, along with averaging over 20 points per game in the NBA Summer League. Some are going as far as to compare Reed to a young Steph Curry.
Where are we seeing Steph Curry at? Now listen, I'm not really too familiar with Reed Sheppard's game. I didn't even watch him in college. But I'm pretty sure I was seeing somebody about ESPN, Ball is Life, of this nigga pulling from half. Now I know you don't just have to shoot fucking deep ass threes to beat Steph Curry, but that's like the whole point of that comparison. Now if he moves good without the ball, okay, whatever. If he still shoots a 3 at a high clip, I see it. I don't see Steph Curry. I don't see a crazy handle or nothing. I'm not, this isn't me downplaying. I'm just saying, where do you see Stephen Curry from? Like, I don't.
Reed is also an elite athlete in the traditional sense. He recorded a 42-inch vertical at the NBA's draft combine, which only adds to our intrigue. Because the question has to be asked, who is this guy? How in a single season did Reed Sheppard go from undrafted on ESPN's first 2024 mock draft to now a 20-year-old who many are saying has all the makings to be a superstar in this league? Well, what's up, guys? Mike here, and it is.
I'm not gonna lie though, Rockets have a crazy fucking core. Jalen Green, Jabari, Sengun, Reed, Amen. I feel like I'm missing some. I feel like I'm missing like 1 or 2 people. That's 5 people right fucking there. The Rockets have one of the best young. They probably have like the second best young core behind OKC. But I heard you can't even count OKC as a young core no more because Shea is above 25 now. So. And then the Spurs could damn near be number 1 because Wemby carries that whole fucking shit.
32.5% from the field in his summer league experience, but Reed Sheppard ended his summer league with 20 points, 5.25 assists, 4.75 rebounds, and 2.75 steals a game as CBS called him the best rookie in his class, while also saying there's a real case that Sheppard should have gone higher in the draft. That is how impressive Reed was in Vegas. In just 4 games, CBS was already saying either the Hawks at pick 1 or the Wizards at pick 2 had messed up. Because as it turns out, the deeper and deeper we dig into Reed Sheppard's story, we find more and more evidence for the thought that Reed Sheppard is an NBA superstar. Because as a middle schooler in Kentucky, Reed was already deemed as a future legend. Now I know.
Well, that's different because when I played in middle school basketball, this is like some actual like real ass shit. When I played in middle school basketball, I was like highly regarded. You guys go look me up, my nigga. Like, when I played middle school basketball, I was like that, bro. I had an injury. Kind of was never really the same again. But, you know. Now here I am. Crazy how things work out. Anyways.
Does not fit the mold of what an NBA superstar is supposed to look like, but this has given him the ultimate advantage. Because throughout his entire life, whenever he has entered a gym, Reed has had to prove himself. An actually unique situation when we consider that Reed's father, Jeff Sheppard, was a 2-time champion in Kentucky and the most outstanding player of the 1998 NCAA tournament. Jeff also played in 18 NBA games before retiring, while Reed's mom, Stacy, scored over...
Okay, I'm not going to talk shit. I was going to talk shit, but I don't know why he retired. He could have got like cancer, like some shit like that. But retiring after 18 games is crazy. But because I don't know why he retired, I'm not going to shit talk. I'm not.
1,500
I'm
place
not. Somebody look that
Kentucky
up and let me know.
herself. So Reed Sheppard was not only born with elite genes, he literally had an NBA father, but instead of feeling entitled having an NBA dad, Reed developed an extreme chip on his shoulder because until he overwhelmed people with proof, nationally, Reed was overlooked. In Kentucky, though, the Sheppards were UK royalty, and Reed, as an 8th grader, was already a starter at Northern Laurel High School, where the Harlan Enterprise would deem him an 8th grade standout. Then, as a high school freshman already, we began to see why Reed was different, why he is special. But guys, before we continue, I'm very excited to say that DraftKings is sponsoring today's video. You are going to want to listen right now because I have partnered with DraftKings and they have a deal that is perfect for game day. And
Hold on. What the fuck, Corzine? But chill the fuck out. I zoned out. We could get an ad right here. My nigga, chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out. Trying to do that free promotion shit, cuz. Chill out. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, no, we not doing that.
Past success put on his shoulders, Reed quieted even the biggest of doubters as he showed he was a young star, averaging over 20 points per game, while instantly the entire state of Kentucky agreed Reed Sheppard was their next local legend. As if this wasn't enough, in a signature performance against Jackson County, Reed, as a freshman, would finish the night with an absurd 24 point, 14 assists, 10 rebound, and 10 steal quadruple double. In the NCAA.
What? Who was the competition? You know what? It don't even matter about the competition. That's still fucking impressive. I still want to see the competition, but that's impressive. Okay.
Triple-double has only been achieved one time in 2008 by Lester Hudson of Tennessee Martin. In the NBA, it's only been done 4 times by David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Alvin Robertson, and Nate Thurman. A quadruple-double is easily one of the most rare things you can see in a basketball game, and after this game, the local headlines were major and the crowds got bigger, but despite this, Reed, after his freshman season, was not listed as a top recruit.
I'm gonna say, you still didn't hear about him.
Performances, but as is typical in this story, Reed was being overlooked by everyone. This only gave him more reason to put on a show, though, more reason to prove everyone wrong, and as a sophomore, Reed's game took a tremendous leap as he averaged over 30 points per game and had a 50-point triple-double in a rivalry game against South Laurel. At this point in time, Reed's play had become undeniable, and he would go from unranked to a 5-star recruit seemingly overnight, but of course, those close to him knew the extreme work he was putting in to get here. And during this sophomore season against future NBA player Keontae George, scout Brandon Jenkins would remember in a key moment that Reed, quote, looks Keontae dead in the eye, shoots it over him, that's it. And I think that's a perfect description of his mentality. He's out there to
that's
kill,
crazy.
but
That's crazy
also
work.
plays the game the right way, which is really the biggest secret to Reed Sheppard's success. Due to his unassuming nature, not only do people underlook his talent, but they also underlook the fact that Reed is the type of competitor who will do anything to win. When Steph Curry was at Davidson, people never thought that the baby-faced assassin was secretly one of the most competitive people on earth. They read a book by its cover, but if we look at what Reed Sheppard has done, we find a kid who has a forever chip on his shoulder, someone who never got the benefit of coasting, but instead has consistently had to prove himself, and by the end of his high school career, Reed's overall stats were eye-popping. He scored 3,727 total points, third most in Kentucky State history. He had 1,214 assists, second most in Kentucky State history. And to cap it off, he grabbed 1,050 rebounds as a point guard. Reed also
this is
had
actually
a
impressive
performance against none other than Bronny James the summer before his senior season. As in this game against Bronny, Reed showcased exactly what makes him great.
That pass from Bronny is knocked away there by Reed Sheppard. Shoe Company is going toe-to-toe. Reed Sheppard in transition. You know, one-on-one isolation basketball is really good if you got spacing. Or if you got shooters.
Reed has an extremely high ceiling.
No, that actually
multi-dimensional star. He is already
not
an
familiar.
incredible passer who reads the floor at a level you cannot teach.
I'm sorry, I'm not really talking too much. Like, I'm actually like learning about this now. Like, actually, but like, I was not familiar with this guy's game like at all. Like at all. Like I said, I didn't even watch the college, so it's like I'm really like absorbing what he's fucking saying, especially because, you know, parlays. his over might be nice. So I'm actually like really diving in and seeing what he's saying right now.
He's a disruptor on defense who is always getting into defensive lanes. And in transition, he is a high-level finisher who is able to use his athleticism around the rim. If anything, I think he needs to believe in his own athleticism while finishing a little more.
So is he a point guard or a shooting guard?
I think he can explode to the basket. The biggest thing about Reed that stands out, though, is the fact that he can shoot the ball at the absolute highest of levels. From either a standstill position or off the dribble. Reed is both knocked down from mid-range and limitless range. At this point, how could Reed Sheppard possibly slip through the cracks? NBA dad, primetime performances on national television, a local legend. Despite all of this, by the time he graduated, Reed's recruiting stock had actually dropped, as Reed had gone from a top 20 player in his class in the summer of 2022 to the number 44 overall recruit according to 247 Sports composite ranking by the end of his senior season. And on ESPN's first 2024 mock draft, Reed was not one of the top 60 players listed as being drafted. Meanwhile, 5 other Kentucky players were named on this list. As we know, Reed would get drafted higher than any of these 5 names, going from an afterthought to the number 3 pick in the entire draft. But even here, we have more controversy, with his parents being former Kentucky stars. Reed was seen as Kentucky royalty. However, Coach Calipari took longer than anticipated to recruit Reed originally, as it soon became clear that Coach Cal wanted nothing to do with Kentucky royalty. Calipari, who is now coaching Arkansas, was in a battle with upper Kentucky management, and Reed became an unfortunate piece of this drama. At Kentucky, when he played, Reed put up historically great numbers in a few categories. As a freshman, he was first in the SEC in steals per game with 2.5 a night, good for 8th in the nation. He was first in the SEC in true shooting percentage with 69.9% shooting, which was good for 5th in the nation. He was 13th in the NCAA.
So why would he
box score plus minus? He was 12th in the NCAA in steal percentage. He was first in offensive efficiency in the entire nation in scoring out of spotted possessions with 1.5 points scored per possession. And it's not like he's just an analytic darling. Reed's overall numbers of 12.5 points and 2.3 3-pointers made on 53.6% shooting from the field and 52.1% shooting from 3, along with 4.5 assists, 4.1 rebounds, and 2.5 steals a game show us that at the college level, Reed was a hyper-efficient all-around star, except because of Cal's problems with Kentucky, Reed was forced into a much lesser role than he deserved.
So his coach fucked him up.
Full-time starting position even. Just adding to the extreme adversity Reed Sheppard has had to face every single turn of his career. At Kentucky, Reed's college career ended with a whimper. In the first round of the NCAA tournament, Kentucky, a 3 seed, was upset by Oakland in a game in which Reed shot just 1 of 5. Not the best end to your college career. However, at this point, scouts were sold. Even though his own college coach did not believe in him, Reed Sheppard was drafted number 3 overall, and now on Houston with a chance to develop and grow behind Fred VanVleet. Reed joins an absolutely incredible young core with Jalen Green, Amen Thompson, Cam Whitmore, Jabari Smith, and Alfred Sengun. In Houston, Reed is going to
Cam Whitmore, forgot about Cam,
as he is exactly what this roster needs: a willing passer and leader at the point guard.
So he's a point guard
who also just so happens to shoot 50% from 3. So there we have it, guys. I want to know what you think down below. Do you think Reed...
Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. No, Reed actually has a deep ass bag. I actually have no idea about it. Like, I actually learned something today. Interesting. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this guy right here. If you're a Rockets fan, how you feel about him. We're out of here.